high school, until high school life, Korean students study in that way. So what do you think? Is that really helpful?
네, 안녕하세요. 저번 영상에서는 캐나다 원어민 선생님이자 친구인 크리스에게 수능 문제를 풀게 해보았는데요. 이제 솔직한 한국 수능 영어에 대한 생각을 나누어 보고자 합니다.
I think that if you spend all of your time practicing for the su능, you will become very good at answering su능 questions. But
optimizing being
and there's some benefit to that because maybe you can get into a good university, and it's just necessary for you to study in this way in order to get into a good school. This is the system in Korea, so you kind of have to follow the system that exists. But I don't think that knowing how to find the answers on the su능 is going to make you a good communicator.
It is good for like academic English, right?
What I think about it is that it's a good test of your ability to read at an academic level. To find the answers, you need to have fairly high reading comprehension level. Most universities, they want their students to have a fairly high reading comprehension level.
Sure, yeah.
And if you're going to go to Seoul National University, they probably want you to read a lot of papers that were written in English. Because of that, it makes sense that a Korean university would want to test people on that. However, you have really strong reading comprehension, but you're really weak in other areas, then you're not going to be an effective English communicator. It's kind of like you can only take in, you can take input, but you can't, there's no output. And so, if you're not practicing your speaking and your writing and your listening skills, although this is also testing on listening, we didn't do any listening, but it's not preparing you to make a friend in the United States when you go to university there. So maybe you get into an American university and you can't actually talk to your classmates. And that's bad because you need to be able to talk to your classmates to work on projects together. And to make friends with people. You know, most people want to have friends. So, and so that's also important. And it's not even helping you with things like, you know, your day-to-day life, day-to-day English, getting around town and buying things you need and ordering something, those kinds of things. So, or even with entertainment. I mean, there's a lot of English entertainment. Maybe you want to watch a movie or something. It's not going to help you with that. Of course. So, I would say that if you can get your reading comprehension up to a level where you can pass the 수능 English test with flying colors, then I think that's great for you for just being able to read papers. But in terms of other things that you might want to do with English, maybe it's doing business in English, that this is going to be ineffective. It's kind of, imagine, the way I would put it like this. It's kind of like, imagine if you are fighting. The only thing that you know how to do, is jab. You just jab. You're a jabber. You're just the best jabber in the world, and you get super efficient at jabbing, and you're really good at jabbing. But are you a good fighter? No, you're gonna lose every fight because the only thing you can do is jab. If I gave a kind of a metaphor, the suning is preparing you really well for one thing. Or maybe another example might be you go to the gym and you only lift for your biceps all the time. You're just doing bicep exercises all day long, and probably the other people at the gym look at you kind of weird, like why does that guy only do bicep exercises? And after a while, sure, you're gonna have these huge biceps, but are you strong? Are you a strong person?
이게 얘기를 해주는 게 정확히 요약을 해보면요, summarize 해보면요, 이제 시험을 풀어보고 해봤는데 이게 분명히 이제 영어에 도움되는 부분이 확실히 있습니다, 그죠? 아카데믹한 그러한 글들을 읽거나 아티클을 읽을 때 확실히 어느 정도 읽는지에 대한 테스트를 위한 수단으로서는 상당히 좋은데, 근데 반면에 좀 예를 들면 day to day English라든지 친구들을 사귀는 거, 아니면 학교에서 뭐 프레젠테이션이 있어서 발표를 한다는 거라든지 아니면 뭐 엔터테인먼트를 한다든지 뭐 이런 것들에 대해서는 다 좀 사실 이 테스트만으로는 부족한 거죠. 사실은 테스트로서는 좋은 것 같아요. 근데 영어에 있어서는 이거 가지고 이 하나에 가지고는 지표로 모두 삼기가 힘들다. 그래서 예를 들면 이제 운동을 하는 걸로 얘기를 되게 잘 들어주셨는데 잽을 하는 거에 대해서 얘기를 해줬어요. 크리스 선생님이. 그래서 만약에 운동을 하러 갔는데 내가 오로지 하는 게 계속 잽만 하면은 정말 다른 파이터하고 싸웠을 때 잽만 한다고 해서 이 사람이 강한 파이터가 되냐? 그런 거는 조금은 말하기 어렵다라고 말씀을 해주신 것 같아요.
If you get a good score on this, I would say that you probably have some really excellent things going for you. You probably have really good vocabulary, reading comprehension skills. Or if for the listening part, that you probably have good listening comprehension. I would say that those are definitely positive.
Right.
But I would say that this is probably not a good predictor for your ability to write, to speak, to give presentations, to just communicate effectively, because communication is a two-way street. So, you know, I talk to you, you need to understand, then you need to say something back to me in order to show that you understand. It's not enough to just be like, yes, I understand you, but then if I ask you a question, that you're not able to answer the question, even if you understand the question. So maybe you understood 100% what I just said to you, but now you're thinking, I don't know how to answer that question. That's a problem. So it doesn't surprise me that so many Koreans struggle to communicate in English. And I know a lot of Koreans too who studied. They went to university and they majored in English. But they can't speak English. They're actually scared of talking to me. That's strange to me. You went to university, you studied English, but if all you did in university is read English books, which is I'm sure that's what they were doing, is they were reading English books, and then when they're talking about those books, they're not talking about those books in English. So they're not talking to their professor in English. They're probably talking about these books in Korean, I would guess. And then that's why after 4 years of school, some people are still not able to communicate in English with confidence because it's like this, actually this question on the test is talking about. This is a good predictor of someone's reading comprehension. It's a bad predictor of their speaking ability or their ability to communicate in the business setting or just to, you know, live their day-to-day life. Surprise me. If so many Koreans, after studying English for 13 years, can't communicate in English.
제가 자막을 달았고 그리고 크리스 선생님의 생각이 이 영상에 잘 나오는 것이 이것을 보는 모든 분들에게 더 도움이 될 것 같아서 영상 중에 저의 생각은 모두 편집을 하였습니다. 정리하자면 수능 테스트는 독해 능력을 위한 것에는 좋지만 저희가 수능, 좀 더 나가서 토익이나 토플과 같은 시험 점수가 영어를 정말 잘한다 라고 말하는 것은 좀 잘못된 것 같다는 크리스 선생님의 말에 저도 크게 동의를 합니다. 요즘에는 그런 분위기가 많이 없어진 것 같지만 예전에는 수능 점수, 토익 점수가 영어를 잘한다는 그런 바로미터가 되곤 했었는데요. 사실 영어란 것에는 듣기, 말하기, 쓰기, 읽기와 같이 다양한 범주들이 있기 때문에 하나만 잘한다고 영어를 잘한다 말하기는 좀 어려우며 자신의 상황에 필요한 영어 공부를 하는 것을 개인적으로 추천을 드립니다. 10대라면 독해 능력의 향상을 위한 수능 문제나 학교 시험 준비를 열심히 하는 것도 후에는 영어에 도움이 된다고 저는 생각합니다. 하지만 영어는 언어이기 때문에 말하기 능력을 많이 늘려야 되는데 한국에서는 이런 부분들의 발전시키기가 어려운 부분들이 확실히 있다고 생각하고요. 가장 좋은 건 영어로 말할 수 있는 외국인 친구들이 있으면 좋고 또 좋은 회화 학원, 개인적으로 그룹 수업보다는 이렇게 1대1로 할 수 있는 개인 가외 등을 추천을 드리고 싶습니다.
오늘 되게 크리스 선생님 모시고 여러 가지 좀 같이 얘기해보고 했는데요. 재밌었던 것 같아요. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
다음에는 또 뭐 재밌는 영상, 또 재밌는 토픽들 있으면 좀 가지고 와서 또 함께 또 찍어볼 게 있으면 좀 찍어보도록 해보겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요. 바이바이.